This week's training vlog is brought to you by the Sikastan Road to Anywhere back squat cycle. This is the same training program I use to go up above 500 pounds every time I choose to go there. It's a simple program. You squat twice per week. It starts off with quite high volume. It tapers off towards the end. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. You have to train hard while you're running the program. To get it, go to sikastan.com and look for the Road to Anywhere back squat cycle. Right, that's the end of another training session. That training session went really well. Exactly what I wanted, 170 for 8. This session was kind of a toss-up really, whether I'd go for 170 for 8, or maybe some 10s a bit lower.
or else whether I go for a heavier weight, for maybe a heavy single or a heavy double like I did during the week. I'm glad I went for the volume in the end. The session during the week, 190 for a single, a very very easy single, but that session was pretty much a waste of time. It was a waste of time. I chose to do that session because training that day went really badly, and I think there's like a learning moment in this of like when training goes really badly, a lot of time we'll reach out to try and fix that, and we'll immediately want like some sort of like feedback. Running's going to shit. What does a squat look like? And realistically, it's a waste of time. 190 for a single taught me nothing. Whatever I teach me anything, physiologically it did nothing for me as well. So a word of kind of advice to myself, and something that I've been processing for the week, is like when the sessions go poorly, and sessions go poorly, there's a lot of training at the moment, 2 or 3 sessions every day pretty much, and sessions won't go well all the time. If every session went well, it would be like nobody'd expect that. It wouldn't be normal at all to expect something like that from a training block. So just when things go poorly, that I probably just need to check myself a small bit and just make sure I keep following the plan. In terms of training as a whole at the moment, fatigue management isn't really an issue. Probably the biggest issue is like monitoring or titrating the level of like stimulus and arousal needed for sessions. So it's need to make sure that every single session isn't a 10 out of 10 on the kind of pumped up scale, but then also being able to kind of turn that dial up when I need to. And that's like working in sports psychology with athletes every day. That's something we work on constantly with them, and it's probably something I need to work on more actively myself. Like at the moment, I kind of view that as a skill I have kind of locked away, or a skill I've achieved, and I can get into that state whenever I want. Whereas realistically, I probably need to practice that a small bit more and just make myself a small bit more consistent with it. For the next few weeks of training, it's all planned out. You might have seen I put up that spreadsheet on my Instagram, on an Instagram story during the week. I'll pop it up here now. You'll see what kind of training volume looks like. The one thing that's not in there is pacings for the run. I just didn't have that done up yet. I'm in two minds as to what to do for the rest of the 5 weeks, and with the recording of it. I'm certainly going to be recording all of my squat sessions. I actually recorded Tuesday's squat session as well, but the headspace wasn't there to be making a vlog that day. So I'm in two minds whether to keep going with the kind of semi-regular uploads and do maybe a weekly or every 10 days or so with a training vlog, or else to bank everything until the end of August, and then once the event is done, put everything up and have one big video, kind of like the last 30 days style. So I'll have a look. If you have thoughts on this, or if you have like similar models that you've seen used in the past, I'd love to see it. Pop them down in the comments below. Yeah, that's it. That's what training is like at the moment. If you want to see what the weather is like in Ireland right now, this is what the weather is like. Shite. So I have a 5k to do now. It's Saturday night. I don't really want to do a 5k, but I know I feel a hell of a lot better about it once I get it done.